Greetings. In this quick video, I want to show you how to pan fry a New York steak strip, or any steak for that matter. Pretty much works with the same concept, and the whole idea is that we don't want to burn it. So I want to show you how to make a perfect steak without burning it. Now, I got this particular one from Aldi, which they're about 10 bucks a piece, and I really enjoy them. So the first thing you need to do is, with your pan, it doesn't matter if it's stainless steel, this particular one is ceramic, whatever pan that you have, you want to preheat the pan without putting oil or butter on it yet. And we're going to preheat it at low to medium. I like to prefer it low. So again, we're going to be slow cooking the steak, very, very, very slowly. And you want your steak to be sitting out for about 10 minutes out of the refrigerator. You definitely don't want it frozen. If you've had it frozen overnight, eat something else, because it'll ruin the steak. So you want to make sure that the steak has been in the refrigerator for a day without it being in the freezer. So we're going to keep it at room temperature, the steak, for about 10 minutes. All right, so it's at room temperature, and our pan is heating on low. And then let's go ahead and add our oil or our butter, whatever you prefer. So I got some avocado oil. And we're also going to be making a little dipping sauce with the steak as well, a healthy dipping sauce. All right. And you'll know that it's too hot is if you start seeing smoke coming up, you know it's too hot and you'll burn your steak. So this is perfect. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and place our steak down. Rub one side completely with oil. Okay, and this is for anywhere from well done to, medium rare. All right, so as you can see here, I got it on low. And this would be medium if I turn it all the way where the knob's this way. That's too much, because we're doing it slowly without burning it. So I got it like on a 2. And that's going to slowly cook it on one side. And we're going to leave it until you started hearing it sizzle. And you want to, on average, it's going to be about 5 minutes on one side. Okay, so as this is cooking on one side, we'll go ahead and make our sauce. So I do 2 parts, 1 part olive oil, 1 part vinegar and salt. And it makes an absolutely delicious, healthy sauce to dip our steak in. So we'll put about 4 ounces of olive oil. You can use apple cider vinegar, but I like white vinegar. And we're going to put a little pinch of salt. You're going to find the whole process speeds up with heating. Right now it seems like it's slow, but once the pan gets hot and you warm one side, the second side will be much quicker to heat. We're sitting in the park. All right, you can hear the sizzling. So let's go ahead and turn it. We'll keep it on the same low temperature. So I had it on there for really about 7 minutes, as you can see there. We're going to keep it on low. We're going to do it for another 4 or 5 minutes. Now, as this is cooking, you can put your garnish or your side that you're eating with the steak along with it around the side around this time. So, for example, if you're cooking carrots or onions, you can put it on the side. I have like a can of beans here that I'd put on the side. But you don't want to do it at the same time, because you don't want to overheat and burn your garnish or your vegetable. But this is a good time now that you would want to add that to it. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes on this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to check and investigate our steak to see how well it's cooked. But what I do is I'll put it on the side like this. Sometimes you'll be able to stand it upright depending on the steak. But basically, I'm making sure that the heat hits the edges to make sure everything, the outside is cooked. And this is a pretty thick steak. It's 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches, so I might have to do it a little bit longer. I like mine medium. I don't like it done too well or too raw. So you can use a physical check where you can cut in it, and I'll show you in a second. You can use a temper fork like this, or you can use a thermometer. So if you want it rare, you would want it to be about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium would be about 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium well would be around 145, and then well would be 55. But I like mine around medium. So you can physically check the steak with a fork and a knife, and I will do that in a second. But I do have a thermometer here, about halfway, and we are at about 110, and I want it to be cooked to about 135. So we want to cook it a little bit longer. Go ahead and put my beans in, my garnish. All right, you could, as it's getting to my desired cooking range, you can flip it over a couple of times if you need be. As you can see here, I'm keeping it at low medium the whole time. And if you physically want to check your steak, if you don't have a thermometer, you can go in the middle here. That's about how I like it. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to keep it on the plate, and this is very important. We're going to keep it on the plate. The temperature will continue to rise about 5 degrees even on the plate. Don't eat it yet, because it'll be too dry. You want to let the juices marinate and simmer in the steak for about 10 minutes, then it's ready to eat. All right, it's been sitting for 10 minutes, so it should be perfect. Let's go ahead and take a bite. Not too cooked either. That's perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Thanks for watching.